Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for October 25th, 2023, this Wednesday, Hump Day edition for the lower 48 United States. Thank you for subscribing. I'm your host, Tony. We're going to be looking at the tropical conditions first with Hurricane Tammy, as well as the National Weather Service hazards for the lower 48 United States. First, you're looking at a satellite image here, courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com of Hurricane Tammy. As you can see, it has a very well-defined eye. It's currently moving to the northeast here, and it has most of the convection on the south and southern eye wall there, and that has been most of the time it's been spending out there as well. So we go back to the map here. Tammy, winds of 85 knots or 100 miles an hour, pressure's down to 969 millibars, so it's still a Category 2 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale, a pretty strong Category 2 hurricane. It's moving northeast at 9 knots or 10 miles an hour, so it is currently moving away, but it's forecast to make a loop-de-loop back toward the west as it approaches the island of Bermuda. Now, this is supposed to be a tropical storm. It's supposed to weaken as it will be heading into cooler waters later on, but it's over right now. It's over the open Atlantic and expected to become a powerful extratropical cyclone. Let's look at the cone here. And that shows you, as I said earlier, that's making that loop-de-loop towards the Bermuda Islands to the east of Bermuda. So the good news is Bermuda is going to be on the western side of this system as it weakens to a tropical storm come Friday night. But there still will be tropical storm conditions felt for the island during that time. And then from there, it's a matter of, it's going to be just kind of like as most of these storms this year have done in the central Atlantic and eastern Atlantic. They kind of just loop around out there. So that's going to be the main thing, is the threat of wind and some strong waves, some wave action out there on the island of Bermuda. But they're pretty fortified for that because they've had stronger hurricanes and they've had minimal damage up to Category 3 strength, as far as building structures and things of that nature. But just be careful if you're boating out there towards that place. If you're out there, you don't want to be out there. It's going to be waves, in the excess of 17, 18 feet. And then closer to the shore, maybe 6, 7, 8 feet breakers breaking on the shore, south shores and eastern shores of Bermuda as the swell continues to grow. Right now, though, that's what we have with Tammy. We don't have anything else going on in the Atlantic. Now, our prayers are also with the folks in Pacific. The Eastern Pacific has been busy. We have Hurricane Otis out there. They just got hit in Acapulco with a Category 5 system out there. So, this storm, Otis, tremendously came in rapid intensification. The strongest storm ever. In 12 hours, it went from a tropical storm, 80 mile an hour, it's a 60 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour tropical storm to 150 mile an hour, 160 mile an hour hurricane, Category 5. So right now, Hurricane Otis will spread damaging conditions into the central parts of Mexico. Once again, it's the key messages for Hurricane Otis. Our thoughts and prayers with Acapulco, the state of Acapulco in Mexico. Now, as it moves inland and towards the northwest, as it approaches the mountainous terrain of central Mexico, this will break it down, and it will be broken down into a tropical storm. And there's the wind swath there. Had a pretty good sized hurricane force wind extending out almost 50-60 miles from the center here. As you can see, this red swath, and then tropical storm force winds. But it was a compact system, and I'm sure daylight is coming up now. In central daylight time, they'll be going out making the assessments there. The Hurricane Center and the hurricane analysts will be making assessments there of that system there of Otis here. But give you a picture here of Otis here on the satellite here, composite, and you can see it here. The eye is filled in here tremendously, and as it centers in, it's going to dissipate very rapidly with those 8 to 10,000, 9,000 feet mountains there in central Mexico. So it's dissipating rapidly. It's expected to be down to a Category 1 strength hurricane by late tonight, midnight, and then from there, tropical storm, and then extratropical as it continues to progress northwest through central Mexico. So that's what we got going on there with Hurricane Otis. Now, with the national coming back closer to home, the National Weather Service, the current hazards we have, it's a beautiful day. Let's mention that beautiful day from the northeast to the southeast. Temperatures in the 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, all the way from Florida, all the way up to Maine, and the central Chicago, St. Louis, you guys in Louisiana, drying out and clearing out that fog there. The deadly accident on I-55 as well, from folks coming out of New Orleans to Baton Rouge and Hammond on I-55. There was a terrible super fog event. That is cleared up. No such thing today. Sunshine all the way through. There is some flood watch there. If you're coming in the Red River Valley, anybody from Wichita Falls down through the I-35 corridor from Fort Worth, Tarrant County, DFW, all the way heading back west toward Midland, Odessa, and into the central Permian Basin of Texas, West Texas there. Be careful, there's a flood watch out. There's some showers that continue right up the spine of the central United States there, as well as in Kansas, just west of Topeka. And there's some flood watches there. Now, up north, we have snow. This is the first snow of the season for you guys in the Bitterroots in Montana, the Wasatch Range, the Yellowstone National Park. This is a winter storm warning in pink here, as well as in purple. If you're in the Stovepipe of Idaho, all the way back towards Spokane and Kennewack, Washington, and through the Cascades there, the northern Cascades, there is a winter storm warning for snow levels in excess of 8 to 12 inches of snow could be possible in the highest of elevations. So be careful if you're coming in the Yellowstone National Park, if you're coming into Montana, Big Sky Country along I-90 there, 80, and down through the central northern parts of Idaho, north of Boise and all those areas. Be very careful. And also North Dakota, we don't leave you out. I-94, Jamestown, Minot, North Dakota, be very careful. Coming to be very slick roads. This is the first major snowfall of the season here. So we want to have our folks be very careful. Have your chains ready in some of those higher elevations in northern Wyoming, northern Montana, and northern Idaho, the Stovepipe, Idaho. Very dangerous conditions, treacherous conditions as we look forward to that. So this is what we have going on. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, The Weather Guru, for the latest interpretation of the weather news for the lower 48 United States and sometimes outside of that as well. And you guys have a great day. This is Wednesday, signing out.